Hello there, my name is Kolawole Kende and I'll be taking you on a masterclass tagged Branding, Positioning and Perception. Significant number of businesses have been able to move away from becoming producers of products, services and solutions to creators of lifestyle and creators of a cult-like following, which has made them improve their brand perception and also help them increase their bottom line. Unfortunately, a lot of businesses are struggling in this space. They have not been able to create the favorable brand impression that would dovetail into sales for them, thereby making them struggle. And some of them are already going out of the market. In this era of 3C, of accelerated change, overwhelming complexity, and tremendous competition, businesses need to evolve faster than what customers would decide and would want to. That's why branding as a concept and as a way to improve customers' experience is important to know. In this masterclass tagged Branding, Positioning and Perception, I'll walk you through on explainers on how to visualize your brand, how to turn your brand into an action plan, and how to continually evolve your brand over time. In this the training also, you will be able to get a grip of the concept of branding and how branding helps businesses stay forever and ever in the minds of their customers. You agree with me that customers' needs and wants are changing on everyday basis, and you need to learn how to change with them. So we will talk about how branding helps customers remember and how branding helps businesses stay continually into the market space. Now, branding, positioning, and perception. From what you would understand, I mentioned earlier on, you know that branding would create a form of recognition. That recognition leads to remembrance. When people remember things, that means it's become so difficult for them to forget. And when they don't forget, that means you've done something excellently well that put you in the minds of the customer. That is how brand works. I will let you know how we can get the best out of your brand management tactics, whatever you're doing now that is not working. I'm sure by the end of this training and by the time you go through this workbook, you'll be able to know more about what a brand is, how a brand can improve your bottom line, and how a brand can help you stay at the soul and the heart of the customer going forward. So those are the basic things that you need to understand. Now, also I will also introduce myself. I'm a learning and development expert. I help institutions, organizations to develop their learning management system as an organization. We believe that businesses that win today are learning organizations. We also offer training. I'm also a trainer. I'm a management consultant. I'm an entrepreneur. And I'm also a business developer. From the look of things, you also agree with me that doing businesses today requires a little bit of patience and understanding. So you need to understand what it is to be a business person. We are a learning and development organization, and we've been able to do quite a lot in that space. Also, we offer bespoke training opportunities to individuals, businesses, and organizations. And we have quite a lot of customers that cut across various industries from finance to education to real estate and also to oil and gas. We help businesses develop their plans, their strategies, and we also help them conduct our market surveys and market intelligence services. For businesses that are into aggregation and storage, we offer support services for them, and we currently launched our logistic business. We do deliveries, pickups, and warehousing arrangements. I also do a couple of consulting for management organizations and management executive, and these are one of the things that we've been doing for a while now. So that is an introduction of who I am. But let's go straight into the business of the day per se, branding, brand management, and what have you. Picture it, the most resonating brand to you today probably could be an essential product, could be an aspirational product, could be a service or an experience that still stays at the core of your existence. That's what branding does. Branding goes beyond the packaging, it goes beyond the color, it goes beyond that. But it's a combination of a culture, of a system, and of a process whereby you continually reach out to customers and you continually communicate to them and educate them about your vision. As a matter of fact, branding, the core of branding lies in the vision and the mission statement of any organization. And these are one of the strategies that I will be explaining on in this presentation for you. So as we progress, I also aim that you will be able to develop some brand management skills, and that will help you whether you're in advertising, whether you're in marketing, or whether you're just in sales, or yeah, also in the strategy development business. You tend to understand what a brand is. You shift your understanding from seeing brand as just a pictorial representation of a product, service, or a solution, and now look at brand as a lifestyle, and a lifestyle that creates a cult-like followership and helps you bring businesses. Also, I also expect that by the time you try and have hands-on on these particular presentations and tools, techniques, and all of that, you will be able to have a best fit brand management strategy for your team, for your product, or for your service. And also, when we talk about branding too, it also gives the opportunity how to relate with the customers. Creating brand is also about building relationship. You remember I mentioned earlier that when you talk about brand, you're talking about something that resonates, something that connects to the customer. And the only way you connect to a customer is when you build relationships with your customer. And how do you build relationships with the customer? You build relationships with the customer through continuous interaction with them, creating feedback loops whereby you have first-hand market intelligence of your product, of your services, of the performance of your team, as a matter of fact, and all of that. I know that this could be a whole lot for you to assimilate as a goal, looking at branding as a huge concept, but eventually I would want you to take this away at the end of this training, and as you go through the workbook to some exercises that you need to do, and some action points and action plans that you might need to make before you as you continue to make progress in this journey of discovering your brand and creating a market experience that is interesting, that is engaging, and at most that is rewarding and brings money to you. We'll also have to look at how you develop strategies and competencies in your team that will help them become better and work together as a team. Also, we've discovered that branding does not work, brands don't work and in silos, and sales does not happen in isolation. Sales has to do with interaction, and interaction have to do that. Also, I would expect that at the end of the day, you would have developed some added to your skills and competencies and your knowledge base on what branding and brand management is, and it will also provoke you to do a further search on how brand works and what makes brand important. But before we look at it, I like you to look at the picture on the screen, the picture of Candy Crush. I know Candy Crush is one of the greatest games around now and have massive downloads on the App Apple Store, the Microsoft Store, and all of that. And Candy Crush is just a game of a kind of a brick game that has to do with candies. Now, that's interesting. Normally, brick games are brick games, but the developers of Candy Crush had made Candy Crush an interesting experience whereby when you crush candies, you get more candies. Look at it, that's how brand works. When people understand your brand, they come to you and they want to know more about your brand. That's how it works. So Candy Crush has been able to stay in the heart of a whole lot of us. And so when people are bored, they even on a date, they play Candy Crush. Oh, that is awesome. But look at it from the business owner. The business owner has just provided a product. Oh, I think this product is going to be fantastic. Let me just provide it. Is a product that has already been existing before. There are so many brick products going on that has your sense of organization, your sense of assimilation, and all of that. So that is what Candy Crush. It's a kind of a product, and also it is a particular kind of game. That's how most of the time business owners look at their business. They look at their business from the tangible part of it. We're producing cars. That's what we produce. But when companies look at producing comfort, cars bring comfort, the cars bring convenience, cars bring speed. You can imagine that it resonates more in the minds of the customer. But when the business owner looks at the branding as just as a microscopic view of creating something out there, just a particular kind of something, it becomes so challenging to have a wider reach of customers, and more like you're selling features rather than selling benefits of your products or services. I expect that you will be able to get a hang of on this and be able to do quite a lot of justice on it.